Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how I make these dumplings, or here, depends where it's going to be. How I like my go-to dumplings, so I do them at home. Usually I buy the ready-made gyoza or dumplings pastry, but today I'm going to show you how I will do it out of scratch. It's a new recipe, it's a trial and error, we will see. But either way, if it's successful, if not, I still will show. And if there's any tip or recommendations, I will leave them in the comment sections or even put a caption. Please don't forget to share, comment and like this video, and if you find it's useful, do share this to anyone that you feel that may need from this or wants to just do some cooking at home. Please do so, and don't forget to follow me on my Instagram at Travel with Danish, and also subscribe to my channel. Your support means a lot. Without further ado, let's hop on to the video. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I thought it would be nice to share it with you all. I am making gyoza dumplings. Fillings I will do is, it's going to be pork gyoza. I will put bean sprouts inside, Napa or Chinese leaves. What is this? Tofu, some fresh tofu, not the soft one, the one that is quite hard. Really is up to you how you would like to do your fillings, step by step how I normally do mine. To start with Napa cabbage or Chinese leaves, they usually hold a lot of water. Since gyoza or dumplings, you will fry a little bit the bottom and then you will steam for a bit. What it will do is it will create a lot of water out from the cabbage, and we wanted to avoid that. To do this, I'm going to slice all the cabbages finely if possible, and then we are going to wash it off with salt. Adding lots of salt, the salt will take all of the water out, and then we will press it. I will show you how to do that. So you have it all here. I will rinse it very quickly and then I will show you what to do next. This step you would want to use glove because you will massage the cabbage with salt. Don't worry about the amount of salt because you will massage it and then after that you will compress all of the salt out from the cabbage. Also, if you do this method, or if you put cabbage and if you salt the cabbage before, you don't really want to add too much season to your meat because this is already retained salt from this process. I would say about 5 to 6 spoons of salt. You will see that if you need more when the cabbage is not completely desized from the actual original form. And what you do is just massage it just like this, and you can see already there's some water coming off from the cabbage. You can set this aside and we'll work on the other things. Whilst we wait our cabbage to get to the size that we want, absorb all of the water, we can do other things. I like to use spring onions in dumplings, so grab some spring onions. If you haven't seen a video how I show to grow your own spring onions, here's the link or icon up here or here. I'm not sure how YouTube does. You would want to wash them thoroughly and you would want to dice them. I'm going to transfer it to the working bowl. I will use about 300 grams. Since this tofu is in the water, I want to take off of the water from this tofu as much as I can. To do that, get a piece of tissue, put it underneath, like there. Have a bowl, fill it with, and then another tissue, maybe double it this time, and put it on the top. Let it sit on the tofu. I want to get as much as water out from this tofu as possible. And leave it for about 5 minutes and we'll come back. Once you have pressed your tofu, run through again to check if there are any extra water. Fine, if you have a little bit, that's alright. It's just we try to avoid as much water as possible in the main ingredient. You want to wear gloves for these things. And then what you do is just put it into your whole main ingredients and just break the tofu apart to a fine piece. Now at this point, if you're vegetarian or if you're vegan, you could do this recipe. You just don't have to add the meat, or you can add substitute meat, and then you can season to however. I'm going to show you my method of seasoning the dumplings, but you can also add your own spices, your own twist to this. Let me check the cabbage. You can see how much it has gone down, like how much water. To transfer it to here, you really want to squeeze it, all of the water out as much as possible. 2 gloves for this, it will be easier to work with. Maybe ask your husband or your boyfriend to help you this part. Huh? Maybe ask your husband or your boyfriend to help you this part. I think you do need that strength of power. No. So that's why if you add the cabbage, do rinse it through with salt. It's a way to get all of that water out from the cabbage itself. And now you can add your meat. We are using pork mince, the 12% fat. For me, I prefer to use less fat as possible. If you want to combine with pork, that's also good. Chicken, whichever meat you prefer, doesn't really matter. Right, this stage we can start seasoning. I like to put a little bit of soy sauce or dark soy sauce. I would say about 2 tablespoons. Sesame oil, about 2 to 3 spoons as well. Or I do a big round like this 3 times. I'll make it 4. Go. Some pepper, loads of pepper. And I would put about like a very tiny 1 teaspoon of salt, because I didn't rinse the cabbage. I know we did take a lot of water out, but just it's better to have less salt, and then you can add the saltiness to your sauce, or if you make it into adding into a soup or something, or the broth will have that saltiness. What you don't want to end up is your gyoza is too salty. We like to add a ginger to ours. If you don't like ginger, you don't have to, but it gives really nice flavor. Use a peeler to peel it, so you don't have to waste too much, and easy as well. Hear how easy it is to. If you have a microplane, you can use it. This is basically a grater, but very fine grater, professional grater. It's my husband's. Let me show you how they look. Oh, you want to see it? You want? Yeah, you have to take view. This is how fine it is. Oh, yeah. If you have one of these, it's great.
You didn't find a smaller bowl?
Hmm?
You didn't find a smaller bowl?
No, that's the best size.
To mix it? I don't think so. Well,
ginger is added, and I harvested some of coriander from our little garden, my plant, and you can fine chop them, but I'm lazy. I'm going to use scissor. I love to cook, but I don't like to chop at all. And now is mixing all of the ingredients. You want to take a good time mixing this, because when you scoop for your dumplings, you want to grab every single ingredient in here, and you want them to be all same flavor, same texture. Perhaps I should use a bigger bowl, but this is fine. I'll try my best. Move it here. And you will need to use 2 eggs. If you're wondering, that's not my hand. That's a professional hand, aka hubby. And you mix it all well. Basically what the eggs does is mix smooth texture to all the ingredients, because if you have a lot of meat, when you steam them, they become very bulky. So having the eggs is make it very smooth and gives more flavor as well. But you want to mix the eggs also very well in here. Okay, this is ready. I will just leave it for how long, because I need to do the dough by scratch. And now I'm going to show you how to make the dumpling dough. Ingredients you would need is just water, hot water, and plain flour. 140 grams of plain flour and 80 grams of water. I'm going to do a portion of 3, so the ingredients will be 420 grams of the flour and then 280 of the water. Make sure your setting is in gram, and you will have to ensure that it's already in 0. Have 240 of the hot water. Make sure that they are not warm, they're still hot, but not when you just taking them off from the kettle. I would leave it for a good 5 minutes, and then you can add it to your flour. Make a well, start to incorporate, and you can use your hand. I just use spoon for now. So you have something like this. Put it on your working surface. If it's sticky, just add some plain flour and we will work this dough. Use your finger. You would know if it sticks to your finger, that means that you need more flour. All right, let's test it again. You can see here it's bounced back. That's what you want. Not fully, but it bounced back. You're going to seal it for 15 minutes. Put some flour to it. Don't want it to be sticky. Okay. I will put it in a sandwich bag and leave it for 15 minutes and seal it the end like this. The dough is warm, so it would steam out inside, and it will increase in size for a little bit, and then in 15 minutes we will come back and check the dough. It has been 15 minutes and I can see that the dough has increased in size. It will not increase that massively because we didn't add any yeast. It's not required. This is how it looks like. And I'm going to show you now. I'm just going to turn the screen over. I'm going to show you how we roll it and how we can do the filling for the dumpling. So you want to remove it out from the plastic bag, of course. Practice. That's okay. You're aiming for between 9 to 10. Yep, that's absolutely fine. Right, now let's do these bad boys into dumplings. And here is our dumplings. My husband helped me stretch the dough, and I did the folding. Some of them we did do some of the folding together, and yeah, there's a few more in here. Still have remaining of the fillings, but I will continue to make another portion for tomorrow. I am going to steam some of these dumplings. I already have the steamer boil hot. I did put some oil. We don't have like a baking paper, so I put some oil on the surface of the tray, each layer. And here they are. Oh, they turn out really nice. Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Oh, welcome back to my channel. I cannot say it. Right, so it has been 15 minutes. I can see that the dough has increased a little bit, and I will
Just a second.
it has been 15 minutes. I can see that the, oh, let me 1 second.